And we are live. Welcome to this evening's WorldWideChels presents Uncle Jesters Barbecue. I am your host with the most, Uncle Jay, and I'm here with a few good friends. Of course, at the top, my guy Carlito, as always. How you doing, brother?
All right, so I went on Lewis's stream. I do the Mishi minutes. I go in for 5 minutes. I score 2 goals, take my shirt off, and then I fucking sprint down the hallway there. And I have to say, Chelsea fans, Matt Ball, get your ass back on the screen.
I'm right here. Don't worry.
Get your ass back on the screen.
No, don't put your face. We want to actually see your ass on the screen.
Matt Ball. KJ, by the way, too, if you can get on screen, KJ, we need to see that handsome, muscular body and face, baby. Matt Ball, you cynical fuck. You owe not only Chelsea and society, but me an apology for being such a prick the last 24 hours. Because I swear to God, I think you're even more surprised than I am that we did a huge 180 and Chelsea has had one of the most unprecedented days leading up to the first game of the season in the history of this club for a multitude of different reasons. But number one, because the Chelsea fan base shit on this club unceremoniously and embarrassingly right after it was said that Liverpool landed Caicedo. And you didn't allow for a retort the way that Samuel L. Jackson in Pulp Fiction said, allow me to retort. You didn't allow a retort when everybody knew that Chelsea was going to be allowed to bid. And then it came out that Caicedo did not even want to go to Liverpool. Called Liverpool, said, I'm not coming. And then Chelsea says, all right, we're going to retort. We're going to rebid. Matt Ball, you and the cynical British contingent that walk every single day with a dark cloud over your head. No sunshine, just cynicism and mopiness. Apologize, Matt Ball. Apologize.
Point of order.
What?
Before you go, Matt, I just need to put some sauce on this. I, for one, have never heard, a woman is never told me she's not going to come. So I just want to put that out there. Matt, it's up to you.
By the way, with me, there was never one time where she didn't. Bam! Matt Ball, what do you got?
Well, on that note, I will just get it out of the way. For Chelsea Football Club, I didn't really mind at Todd Bowley, to be fair. It was mainly Mr. Paul Winstanley, who actually has been taken off the transfer. So technically...
don't waffle up there.
But
he's flip-flopping like Beach Sandal.
Shh. I apologise to Chelsea for my cynicism. Carlito, I would like to take this chance to apologise for absolutely fuck all.
Oh, it's going to be a spicy quesadilla tonight.
I see you sweating through those curls, perm boy. I see you sweating through those curls. Oh, Matty J, I don't need an apology, motherfucker. The proof is in the pudding. You know what the pudding? It tastes like? It tastes like some spotted dick mixed with some British tears, and it's fucking delicious.
Big up to Miss Melina in the cut.
Now, Belina Binnerals, get out of here. KJ, talk to me, homie. I think that this has been a big day. You are more reserved. What do you got?
Crowd, I just want to let you know, while I was at work, I was watching Matt have a stroke for about 5 hours about Caicedo. And Carlito's dry face arguing with the crowd the whole day, getting blocked by another 20 more accounts on Twitter.
It's so true. So true.
This whole thing has been a shit show. But can I tell you what? That's just football, man. I knew this was going to happen. I wasn't too fussed about it. I had my doubts a bit. But you know what? Like I told Carlito in the DMs, this is just a scam. This is what clubs do. They set out to try and make other clubs invest in players they want but aren't necessarily ready to pay more for. And now what are Chelsea doing? Paying more for a player because another club gave them a helping hand. I bet you right now Klopp is in Poch's DM saying, you know what? Deliver the cash in this account to this day. You're welcome. It's a scam.
See, I don't think it's a scam, KJ, but I do think that when we bid for Lavia, because I think that irrespective of the Caicedo bid, I still think that Chelsea wants Lavia. And when they bid for Lavia, Liverpool went nuts. They've always been, keeping an eye on this situation, but they decided to go, full Beatrix Kiddo a la Kill Bill Volume 2 and get some revenge on us. And then it happened. But you remember, Fabrizio did not say, here we go. He said, crazier shit has happened. I live in football. And guess what? Well, Boley gave a little call to Caicedo. He said, calma, we got this. And now it seems as though we have not only beaten Liverpool to Caicedo, but we've also stolen Lavia, because it seems like 55 mil pounds to Southampton. It's a yes. Plus personal terms were agreed a week ago. So it's not as if personal terms are going to be an issue.
Yeah. Look, this reminds me of a story I used to tell my son.
Ah.
Okay. There was a daddy bull and the son, his son, the bull's son, and they were standing on a hill overlooking a pasture, and it was just full of heifers. And the young bull turns to the daddy bull and goes, "Daddy, daddy, daddy, let's run down there and fuck as many of them as fast as we can." And the daddy bull said, "Son, why don't we walk down there, take our time, and fuck them all?" Okay.
I can't believe you told this story to your son. You are a bad dad.
We're going to make them watch. That is some West Texas hick logic, and I fucking love it. Oh, my God.
You said you told this story to your son,
I mean, why not? It's all about patience and perseverance.
That's great advice. That is great advice to a young man.
It's a natural inclination to see things through in a timely manner, but without rushing it.
It's about patience. That's what it's about. What'd you take from it?
What did Poison say? It's all we need is just a little patience. Something that Ball has none of because he's British and they're naturally inclined to be cynical. All right, fellas, let's get into the nitty gritty here, but let's start with so the Caicedo thing. We are now going to bid 115 million pounds. At the same time, it seems as though Liverpool is going to be pulling out, like a senior on prom night. And to me, that's them probably admitting defeat, but they're operating on a two-front war because at the same time, we're flanking them from this side and getting both Southampton and Lavia to agree to 55 mil plus personal terms. So they're proper fucked. Proper fucked with two different front wars. So, Jared, talk to me, man. I mean, did we really just outmaneuver them in a way where they were perhaps too hasty and we're just smarter? I mean, why does this keep happening to Liverpool and not to us?
Well, there's also a good saying down here.
Oh boy,
is you don't poke the bear, right?
Yeah.
You can't be walking through a forest, see a cave, go in there and see a bear in there sleeping with their cubs, and jab him with a stick and not get eaten. That shit's going to happen. Okay? And that's when we go in there and go, God damn, you're a dumb idiot. You woke up the bear, and the bear ate your ass. That's what happened to Liverpool. The bear got caught on his private island. You know what he was doing there. We've already discussed. And the bear got on an airplane, flew to England, and said, it's time to eat, boys. And, boy, I tell you what. If you're a Liverpool fan right now, going from the ecstasy of, they were down here, They were down here. We can't get Lavia. We can't get Caicedo. We got Caicedo to. No, you don't have Caicedo. Oh, we'll still get Lavia. No, you're not getting Lavia either. I mean, talking about a Scouse.
Yeah.
I mean, those dudes must be trying to play in traffic right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's Matt. You think about it. It's not just that we're much more well funded. So we're also going to be introducing another minority partner, which will have minority ownership, and by virtue of that, also subject to capital calls when we need it, to the tune of probably $400 million. So that's just going to be another piece of money, not just money, but also influence into this club. It just increases our funding, our bank, our club bank. And I can't imagine Liverpool ever being able to compete with that when they're always balling on a budget. They're the Uber X people, man. They don't call for that Escalade.
You do know that there's an option in FIFA, or was an option. FIFA's no more.
Whoa.
That you could have an owner. You can have owners take over, and it would inject like $500 million into the club. We're actually doing that.
Mm-hmm. Matt, Matt, go ahead, buddy.
I mean, to carry on with Jesters' little analogy with the bear. I mean, this year we are the bear. Last year we were the dumb idiot. Rafinha, Koundé, Dembele. We were getting eaten. We were going in poking the bear, getting out okay, and I'm thinking, let's go do that again because we'd survived the first time. We will survive again, and we died. We gone. We screwed up. This year, we are now the bear. We've learned our lessons. We've turned into the bear. And now we're feasting on all these scousers. It's lovely. I'm loving it. On Sunday, I really hope we can get both deals done. And they both can come out and give 2 middle fingers to the scousers in the away end. That would be my dream come true. It won't happen because they're respectful. But that would be great. Because I don't like Liverpool. I do not like Liverpool at all. So it couldn't happen. Apart from Tottenham, it couldn't happen to a more horrible club. So I'm happy.
Yeah. KJ, are you surprised that they were perhaps this naive?
Not really. Not really at all. And you raised the point. Liverpool are known for this, so I'm pretty sure in their minds. And this is why I say this might be a bit of a scam, because Liverpool isn't known to put in bids like this. And
no, not like this. Not like this.
And even when they do, they're pretty intentional about getting their man. So the simple fact that they lost out on this and then walked away quite easily just doesn't ring well to me. It kind of pushed us to make a higher bid, but I'm not complaining.
Have you ever considered that maybe your skepticism, although understood, might be a little too alarmist, and maybe they just really fucked up?
And that's where I was getting to the point of this isn't the first bid they've sort of made where a player has decided to opt out of it. So it's kind of in their DNA now. They're not really good with securing players over the past few seasons, which is quite surprising, considering the fact that up until I would say 2016, 2017, they were getting the biggest names in football. They were building quite a strong dynasty.
Good club.
And now they're kind of falling into this mediocrity. And when you look at the landscape of Liverpool right now, you take away any one of their big names, and they are a shambles of their former self. So this is kind of the tone Liverpool set for themselves. So I'm not really surprised that they were this naive. They're just not running the club efficiently.
And the only reason they've actually done deals is because it's been release clauses, and that's the only thing you can do. So
Matt, but the other thing, honestly, you had Klopp so smugly too. Just because when you look at his face, I just think of smug, right? The guy who thinks he's the smartest person in the room.
Again, we were talking about punchable faces.
Oh my God, number one, right?
To be fair, his face.
This fucking cunt, right? This cunt comes into the room and just says, "Oh, I'm on good authority that we've signed Moises Caicedo." On what authority? Did you talk to the player? Because it doesn't seem like you did, dog. It doesn't seem like you fucking did. And guess what? He didn't. And now he's going to have to walk that back more than he had to walk back the quote that said in 2016, when a $100 million footballer comes around, I don't want to be a part of this game anymore. His words. He says, I don't want to be a part of a game that has $100 million footballers with those types of price tags. Okay, and then yesterday he's like, oh, I was just kidding. I changed. Oh, yeah? How about this? You gonna walk this back too, or are you just gonna ignore it? Prick.
I mean, are we even surprised? Klopp is literally the biggest fraud, crybaby, whatever you want to call it in world football. So
both sides of his mouth, KJ. Both sides of his mouth, bro. All the fucking time, dude. All the time. Andrew, are you even surprised by this? Klopp, just both sides of his mouth, dog.
Bro, I was watching that. Everyone loves to be a body expert, or whatever. You know, I can't think my mind's gone, but I swear he thought the deal was wrapped up before the.
Body language.
Yeah. Sorry, I think he thought the deal was. I think he was under the impression the deal was wrapped up, and they booked a medical. By the way, don't let them fool you that they didn't.
Yeah,
they booked a medical, right? Yeah. I think he thought it was all wrapped up, and then someone told him, well, actually, no, we're still yet to agree terms with the player. So, because I honestly think if it was wrapped up, I don't think he would have even mentioned anything. He'd probably just go, well, I'll wait until a deal's been done in his press conference today. And
have you ever considered that he didn't even speak to the player?
Oh, no. That's what I'm telling you. Whether he spoke to him or whoever spoke to him, I don't think they've spoken to him. That's what I mean. By the time his press conference happened, I don't believe they'd gotten they had agreed terms. That's what I'm saying. So he's walked out there and he knew he was going to get asked that question, and it's come off like, yeah, well, we've agreed a deal with the club. That's what that's it. There's no Brighton deadline anymore, right? These Liverpool fans, I've been in spaces with Liverpool fans, just listen to them. They don't understand how much of control we are in this situation.
Oh my God!
We're now talking after apparent deadline of midnight yesterday. We're now talking about putting in a bid tomorrow. Yeah, not right now. Tomorrow. That's how much control we are in. Because unlike US sports, Jesters and Carlito and everyone else, you know this. You cannot sell a player without their consent or train in European football, in soccer football. You can't do that. And he clearly has it. And I don't care if we would offer him improved terms. I don't care. But he's obviously agreed to that. And we told him, give us a day or so. And he's liked what we're doing. And if we bid 150 million, that has to happen. That was the only downside of that. But these Liverpool fans, they don't understand. They just don't. You pissed off Egbali and Bowley because they done what Chelsea fans wanted to do. They stepped away this summer at all. Yeah. You pissed them off. You pissed them off, and now they're taking your first choice and your number 2 choice as well at the same time. That's what they're doing.
What Andrew is referencing to is like a player like Dame Lillard, right? Even his agent shouldn't be able to go to like other teams and say Dame doesn't want to play or Dame doesn't want to play her. But Dame doesn't actually have any say if Portland says we're going to trade you to the Boston Celtics or we're going to trade you to the Philadelphia 76ers. In European football, the player does have say. There's a lot more equitable rights when it comes to labor in England for what a player has power over. And this in particular is one of the things that really matters is that Caicedo, and I tweeted this yesterday and Jared liked it. I said, no, this is going to come down to the player. And guess what? It did come down to the player, Andrew. Because Caicedo has been very consistent, Andrew. He's been very consistent. He has said, from day one, Chelsea is my dream. My favorite player growing up was N'Golo Kanté. I want to play for Chelsea. His words, not mine. I'm not editorializing or being conjecturish or whatever that word is about this player. No, these are his words. His words. There's no conjecture here at all.
Let me be brutally honest. If somehow we don't agree a deal, and Liverpool's bid is on that, I think he'll go to Liverpool because it's a job for a player, right? It's a job. So he wants out of Brighton most of all, right? We understand that. But if we are there and he knows we are still there and we're negotiating with Brighton, who apparently their deadline is now mysteriously gone from 24 hours ago. Like, who puts a deadline when the deadline's 3 weeks from now? Do you know what I mean? The arrogance. You know what I mean? The arrogance. Especially who puts a deadline on a deal you want £100 million for at least?
Biggest deal they'll ever have. The biggest deal they'll ever have.
Yeah. Biggest deal they ever have. And
So,
it's like-
by the way, if they're putting a deadline, it means they can't get even more money. Give me a break.
Right, exactly.
Give me a break.
Which is why we're so in control. Like I said, Liverpool fans don't even realize. They keep going, "Where's the bid, bro?" We are so until tomorrow, and it'll probably just match or just be a little bit more than what you have. And then I'm hearing, "Oh yeah, we'll put in 120." John W. Henry's got an ego and won't allow it. When did he show this in football? When did he show this in football?
Never.
He's got an ego. He hasn't shown it at all.
Hey, Andrew, have you ever seen the movie Rounders?
No, I have not. No.
Okay, well, there's a scene in the movie that shows this old footage of Johnny Chan, who was this old school, World Series of Poker winner. This guy from Japan, I believe, and in the scene, right, he's got this card that he knows he's going to win. Right, they're playing Texas Hold'em. And he's got this card that he knows he's going to win, but he waits, and then he turns and he looks at his opponent, right? And he reads it all the way. And it's not that he's reading the other cards of the other player. He's reading the man. And he wants to make goddamn sure that it's not just him that's sure about the hand that he has, but he's sure that the opponent knows that he's fucked. And he's leaning just a little bit more. This is what Chelsea is doing. Because guess what? They have them. Liverpool, you're toast. You're toast.
And now it's come out, especially with this Brighton deadline. Now it's come out. Actually, Brighton will still sell to the highest bidder, or they'll sell to us if we match it or do a little bit more, because the player wants to go to us. So that's.
I mean, they've lost some leverage, but we're still gonna pay it. But any idea of them dreamily, which is so weird.
And all this thing about
Selling
FFP that other clubs are saying, if we have FFP offers, why are we doing this Caicedo deal plus Lavia plus going in for Olise and also inquiring in Kudus in the same night? If we've got an FFP issue, we don't have an FFP issue.
No, we don't.
We cleared FFP.
We literally just got 270 million in payment, which is not something that's amortized over time. Payment inward is immediate.
And
it's immediate.
Done.
With potential sales of Gallagher, Chalobah, and maybe KEPA, you could get close to another 100 million.
And Lukaku. I mean, come on, guys.
Yeah.
If Lukaku has no more suitors, and he goes to Saudi, that's 55 million on top of that. These people that are talking about this club have not paid attention to this club the way that we have paid attention to this club. They don't know. All they know is the periphery. All they know is the noise. They actually don't understand the numbers. They don't get it.
And what people
there's a chance we could actually end up in profit out of this window.
Yeah. I mean, this is crazy, but yes. Because you have to chop up every single deal that we've done. You have to chop up the fee into the amount of years that we have them contracted for. Like that,
or now 5 years, I think.
Yeah, well, no, but before that rule was there, which I might as well call the Todd Bowley rule. No, dude. We set this up very well. We just had
Shrina says there's an interbid for Chalobah. Just came in.
Okay, great. That's great.
But I forgot about Hudson-Odoi to Fulham.
Yeah, what people have to realise as well is, apart from Caicedo and Nkunku, technically, if that's even counted in this year anyway, we haven't spent ridiculous amounts of money on players. We've actually bought very smartly. Nicholas Jackson, 35 million. Diassi, 35 million. We haven't spent all these ridiculous fees. We're not like City, who have paid £100 million for a defender to sit on the bench for 80 minutes of the game. We've only really.
By the way, 110 for Paquetá.
Yeah, we are spending. We spent one big signing and everyone's going crazy. Yet they haven't noticed that we've spent very small amount of money on good talent that potentially will be triple the value in a few years anyway. And then financially fair play, we're going to be better in that way anyway. So Chelsea have done their business very good. We've bought a lot of players, but we've sold a lot of players. It's quite as simple as.
It's an extraordinary amount of players, Matt.
And then again, you've got the third biggest sponsorship that's coming in. We've had sponsorships like Oman Air, which for the deal that they're on is one of the highest in the Premier League.
And they
Teams
want
out.
15 million for their sleeve sponsor as well. They're looking at 15 million. They want
So
at least
we-
15 million a year.
Are you serious? On top of them being our carrier? Really?
No,
Wow.
no.
Not in general,
just
he
a
means.
separate report. They're looking
Oh,
for,
gotcha.
they're looking for- Yeah.
Okay, but
They're
here's the
looking
deal:
for
is that
at least 15 million a year. Yeah.
but the people that were poo-pooing the steak deal, they're like, hey, yeah, let's just do 25 mil for one season, and then we'll reassess in a year, and all this stuff because religious stuff and gambling and oh my god, a subsection of this state, religious is against gambling. Fuck you. Okay, I don't care about religion when it comes to sports. I respect religion. I grew up Catholic. My family's Catholic. Very, very religious. It has nothing to do with sports. So I really respect that Chelsea went out and said, you know what, we're going to get the best deal possible. And what do? We got a deal for $50 million a year for 7 years with a company that everybody says, oh, it's a fake company. No, it's not. It's just a conglomerate of two companies that used to exist that merged. Now it's this big AI company with stats. Via Billy Bean 2000 with the Oakland A's, right? They're now doing sabermetrics in a new way, incorporating AI. It's going to be a huge thing. Infinite athlete. It's going to be awesome. It's a legitimate deal.
That's what I mean. But that's an example of people reading a headline story and not the thing underneath when they went, it's a new company. Well, it's under a new name. Well, no, it's merged with something else. So they often change names usually sometimes. So it's an option to change the name. But it's like, I don't understand. It's like
no. The accusation, Andrew, is that it's a shell company. No, it's not. It's a conglomeration of two previous companies.
Thing. Yeah.
No, by the way, it's not.
Thing,
no,
like,
these are just two companies that used to exist that said, hey, let's merge and become a bigger company that can afford this type of sponsorship.
On a side note, though, I do think the company colouring has to be gold, like the badge. If it's white, it will look weird on the.
Okay, but that has to come from them. It can't come from Chelsea.
Yeah.
It can't come from Chelsea.
I know. I hope it is the same colour as the badge.
It's not. It's white.
I know it's white, but I would say to them, I would say to in like coordination with the other thing on here, we should. But then it's a side note, so it doesn't matter. But
I don't like how Jesters said it's white. I don't like.
Well, I don't like how KJ said, "Oh, it's white." What's wrong with white? Get out of here, KJ.
Hey. Man, you get out of here.
Well, I mean, it is white. I'm just trying to relay the facts. There was no hidden connotation.
KJ, come on, brother. We love both.
He never put the word "he's" in front of it, KJ. So it's
this
fine.
guy.
It's all good.
So, but KJ, let me ask you this question because this is actually I want to transition a little bit because this, by the way, this has been a very good discussion. 100 people, watching. By the way, every single time that we do one of these things, I want you to appreciate right now what you're watching because it's actual quality stream. When we do stream, me, Jared, Matt, KJ, Andrew, Sadiq, when we do streams, Feroz, we prioritize quality. Every single time that we do streams, we want you to come back. So come back. Next time we do something, come back. All right? KJ, this next big story.
Nice to include Sadiq's name in that, Carlito. Nice to include.
I gotta be honest with you. I really didn't want to, but I want to talk about this next story, and that is Romeo Lavia. We got Rom 2.0, but the more handsome version, not Eric Sermon, the generic version. So let me tell you something, man. I actually really like this player. He's 19. He's big, very aggressive, good player. And we've just bid £55 million for him. Personal terms accepted last week. Southampton, I've spoken to multiple people that have said that they've accepted this. So what do you think, KJ? Because you're the person that's a little bit skeptical of this. Whereas I am cool with him even being a sub. But I really like the player.
I think my only issue with Lavia is, will he fit within the system that we're trying to build right now? And obviously, I guess in the short term, the answer would be yes, because we have players that can accommodate him. He's got amazing pinpoint accuracy. He's very strong. He's not quite box to box in the same way that Caicedo is, but he is capable of being very attacking when you need him to be. I just think that the profile of player, I don't know if it's. I just feel like we're compromising for the fact that we might not get Caicedo, but I mean, we probably will. I don't know if he's a starter. I do definitely think he's going to be a second option.
Right.
But yeah, man, I'm just, me and Wonder Kids, man. If you're not as developed, I just don't see how you fit into a team that's more developed, if that makes sense.
Well, no, I mean, like, I look at a player like Rodri, right? I consider Rodri to be the best D-mid in the world. 10 years ago, Sergio Busquets was the best D-mid in the world. And even though he was skinny, didn't matter. His timing, everything about him, brilliant, right? I'm not talking about that when it comes to these players. And I talked to Matt about this as well, because Matt's been pretty heavy on, we have to get Caicedo. And I was like, yeah, Matt, but what if we get Caicedo and Lavia is the bench player? Coming off the bench, subbing in. And Matt, I have to say, like, this is something where you and I were talking about an ideal scenario coming to life. Sincerely.
Yeah, I mean, Romeo Lavia, I cannot complain having a lovely Belgian in the club, and actually one that's not a complete and utter cunt. The other one, we do not associate with that country anymore.
You need to stop bringing up Belgium just because you like the country.
Hi, viva la Belgique, viva la Belgique.
This fucking guy.
But yeah, Romeo.
I can't believe you had that shit on standby.
I mean,
as soon as he mentioned Romeo Lavia, it was gone. But yeah, I mean, the thing with Romeo Lavia, I think technically, I think he's very good.
Yes.
Defensively, he still needs to improve. And which, at 19, do you have that maturity on your head to know that completely? No, I don't expect you to have that on point. So actually, I think now we've got Caicedo, and this is why I wanted Caicedo and then Lavia, is the fact that Caicedo can play number 6 and Lavia can actually learn to be a 6, but also play in the Enzo pivot. He can do both. Santos can also do technically both. I mean, Jess was saying to me and Carlito and Jesters before, Santos can play as a 6, but he's a little bit wasted there at times because he can go.
Jess, who, by the way, please give her a shout out.
Jess Frota, of course.
Yes.
Our little Brazilian.
No, love of my life, Jess Frota, of course.
Damn.
But yeah, my point would be is you can use them in both, and it makes them tactically flexible. You can mold them into a role, and that's why I wanted Caicedo, because Caicedo is the only number 6 right now ready that we were linked with. I'm not having Tyler.
Can I ask a question to everyone? Can I ask a question to everyone here with this thing? With Nkunku being injured, is there more of a possibility to go into a 4-3-3 formation and we play Enzo a little bit higher up, not like Hiller 10, but just as a marauding 8, and he doesn't have, because if we play those two bastards, Lavia and Caicedo, back, he doesn't really have to defend that much. Do you know what I mean?
Andrew, can I answer this?
I'm not saying it'll all be 4-3-3, but it gives us an opportunity to be more flexible and play a 4-3-3 if we want to.
Can I answer this first, Andrew? Hello?
Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay, yeah, well, I was looking for permission. I want to be respectful.
I thought I said it. Sorry, I think I was...
No. Okay, yeah. So, number one, I do believe that the third person out of... I just farted, by the way. The third person out of this group that I think we're going to buy is Michael Olise. Now, this one's a personal one for me. Michael Olise is actually one of my favorite players, full disclosure. And I actually think that he'll be brought in initially to be the Nkunku replacement. Now, Michael Olise is 2 weeks away from even being able to play. So that's a problem. For now, Andrew, I actually do believe that although Mauricio Pochettino wants to play a 4-2-3-1, which to me is the best anatomical structural formation in the history of this sport, I think that everything about it is fucking perfect because it offers defensive balance, cover, while also allowing an old school number 10 to operate with space without other people bringing defenders into that space by virtue of their runs. So, to me, it's the perfect formation. We can't do it right now. For now, I actually do believe that Enzo will be one of, I guess, the upper midfielders if we have
not
a
a
D
10
mid behind
just,
them.
Yeah,
No,
not a 10,
just
yeah,
whatever it is. Yeah, but Andrew, whatever it
Yeah,
is.
tough to know.
So you have like a holding, you have a holding mid, right? Again, all of these numbers, all of these, all this jargon, it's not real. Like coaches don't actually think that way because what they do and what I used to do is I would just put out cones and I would say, this is where I want you to be.
Attacking
This is where I want you to
midfielder,
be.
yeah.
Yeah. So, but what it really is just there's a D mid and then two mids in front of them. They probably have two different roles. But I do believe that Enzo is going to be one of a different role than the person he's playing with. Yes. And I do think that that can be definitely a possibility.
Less defensive. He will defend, but
well, he doesn't want to play D, dude. He doesn't want to play D mid. It's not his skill set.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, you get either one in or both of them in, he will have less defensive responsibilities, so to speak, which is fine, which is what it should be. So
I
Supposed
think
to be playing a 4-2-3-1 on Sunday.
Yeah, I just really hope that it's going to be. I hope it's going to be Santos and not Gallagher because my God, Gallagher is going to be sold.
Yeah, I think it will be Andre because of Gallagher being sold.
By the way, if it is, even if we lose, I really want to see it because Jared and I share this. I think he's really good, man.
I think he's going to be better than all of them.
I say that again, Jared, because I actually agree with you.
I think he's going to be better than all our midfielders.
Yeah, I think that he will eventually be better than Caicedo, Lavia, Enzo. I think he's going to be better than all of them.
But what it does is with this recruitment, it means we can allow him to develop properly. In terms of
there's no pressure. He's
not going to play every
enjoy
game.
Your football, bro.
Yeah, he's not going to play every game. He's going to come in and out, get the experience of this year, and then build up next year as well. Still play some games, of course, but we don't have to rely on him and go into it every game.
Bro, what if he subs in for the last 20 minutes of every game?
That's what I mean. So he could. And I hate this thing. I think someone said earlier, this fan base is trying to pigeonhole him as just a defensive midfielder. We've seen it. He's not. He's more of an 8 than a 6 if we're talking.
By the way, let Jared's actually been on this for a while. Let him talk about this.
Go on.
Look, if you want to take an amalgamation of the players that we're linked to in that position, of course Enzo's here, and Lavia, and Caicedo. If you put those three players together, you would get Andre Santos. He is fast. He's athletic. He's powerful. He's got vision. He can pass. He can score. He can read the game very, very well. He's defensively inclined. It's just, dude, he's built like Reece James.
Yeah.
Doesn't have the injury history of Reece James yet. Hopefully he won't. But he has all of those things that you look at. I want to highlight one play. I can't remember who we were playing, but KEPA was in goal, and Santos was running toward him with a defender or an opposition player on his back. And the ball was played into Andre Santos, and he played the ball out wide to Gusto. Very difficult because the ball was, you're running at full speed back toward the keeper, and then you have to play the ball out. Well, he did two things on this play. Number one, he checked everything out to know there was nobody around Gusto. It was to be an easy pass. Number two, right before he received the ball, he slowed down. So he was fouled while he was making the attempt on the pass. So whether the pass was completed or not, the foul would have been given. But the pass was completed, so they just played on. That is high level. That's not something you do at 19.
Yeah.
That's not, when you can see him receive the ball in the midfield, knowing he has a defender to close him down, he knows automatically this has to be a one-touch. Where's my one-touch options? So when the ball gets there, he knows exactly what he's going to do. He has those things that you don't see in kids that age. And that is why I'm so super stoked about him, is because he plays like he's older than he is.
So as someone that played the position that Jared's describing, the D mid, you have to be 360-degree aware of the pressure because the pressure is 360 degrees. It's not like a wing where you can use the sideline as a cushion because you know that it's either going to be pressure in front of you or behind you or to the left or to the right, but it's never going to be 360 degrees. It's going to be 180 degrees. With the center mid, it's always going to be 360 degrees. So you always have to have eyes in the back of your head, always checking behind your shoulder, not just one, but both shoulders. And with him, he always does. He always does. And it's so advanced that I keep telling Jared, I'm like, this is not hyperbole. This guy actually deserves to be at 19 years old in the first team because he's so fucking good and because he's so impressive to Mauricio Pochettino. All right. I don't want to, okay, here we go. What?
Yeah, that's the one.
What?
And actually,
25 million?
I heard it was 25 million euro. Not
Don't
pounds.
sell him. No, don't do it. Don't do it. You can get more. You can get more.
That is not acceptable. That's not an acceptable bid. Okay, breaking news.
Why are we still doing this?
Andrew, let me do this, and then you can go. Breaking news: Inter Milan are back for Chalobah. Chelsea's demanding 25 million. Chelsea was demanding 45 million.
Hold on. I'm gonna say it is DiMarzio saying it. So this will be Inter's projection of it. They want it no bigger than 25 million.
Matt, Chelsea was not demanding 25 million a week ago for him.
No, that's what I mean. They're trying to put it out as PR.
They want to pay us 25 million over 8 years. They want us.
DiMarzio doing the Italians club bidding.
But they'll bid 25 million, but they want to pay it over 7 years. These cheapskates, man. This is why are we even taking an Inter Milan phone call?
Andrew, these are the same guys that are demanding 80 million for their goalkeepers. Like, give me a break, bro.
It's mad. It's like, why are we still in this? We should block their number as soon as we do the Caicedo deal. We block Brighton's number as well. We block Inter Milan's. We just do that. That's what we do. We put them on the blacklist and the shit list at the same time. That's what we do.
Thank
we never
you.
do business with them
Matt
again.
Ball thinks that you shouldn't let go of a business partner. Fuck yes, you should if he's disingenuous.
They're not a business partner. They're a skinflint. That's what they are.
They're absolutely, dude. They're snakes in the grass, man. They have no interest in being equitable. No interest.
You can at least get anywhere from 35 million upwards to 40 million for Chalobah from the Premier League club. I truly believe that because I truly believe that. I just do. However you rate Chalobah or not, that's the going rate.
You don't think Newcastle wouldn't do that, Andrew? You don't think Newcastle wouldn't do that?
They would do it.
Let's introduce. Sorry, Sindra. Hey, buddy. So we got this. Sindra. Fucking look at this. Okay, you're a smart guy. 25 mil, Sindra. This is not the amount we were quoted last week.
No, it's honestly a joke. Like, Chalobah is worth more than 25 million. Like, even though he isn't probably a starter for Chelsea, he's still worth at least 40 million. If Gueye, if Palace are asking for 40 million for him, then Chalobah is the same price.
Asking 50.
No. Look, you get rid of Chalobah for a blowjob from a buck-toothed girl with braces.
I don't agree with this.
No.
That is you cut bait, get what you can, and roll him out. Because turn him into an Autobot, roll him out. Nope. Get him out of here because he ain't playing in this team with this.
This window is longer than Sunday, man. No, I'm sorry, I'm not accepting this.
But that's fine. 25 million euros, 25 million pounds. Get him gone.
No, it's not the same.
Andrew, I gotta ask Sindra, and then I'll go back to you. Sindra, what do you think, man? What's the price tag you'd be acceptable with?
Like, I would say between the same price that we paid for Disasi, like
45.
Yeah, between like 30 to 40, 35 to 45 million is a good price for Chalobah.
All right, go ahead, Andrew. Sorry about that.
No, I know people don't rate Chalobah. That's fine, but you go by the going mark insult in this market right now for a player like Chalobah. It's an insult. We could get more, and we should get more. And we've proven in this market already we get more for players than.
Andrew,
what
I'm
maybe
not
they
saying
think
that people don't like him. I'm just saying I don't like him. People like him.
but
People
but
like
the thing
him.
is, people like him, and do you know what? Whatever you think, he's a decent to good player, and
Yeah, people think
whatever
he's
you
really
think
good.
about it. But Carlito's proven. Look at what players are going for in this market that are worse than Chalobah. Do you know what I mean?
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like,
No.
doesn't
Let's
make
talk
any-
about one.
it
Let's talk
doesn't make-
about one in particular, Andrew. I want to talk about one in particular. I don't want this to be a long thing. I just want like 30 seconds from you. Lucas Paquetá, they're asking 110 million euros for. Lucas Paquetá.
Listen. I think he plays better for Brazil than West Ham, and they had a shitty season last
He's a
season.
good
apart from the
player,
Europa
but
League.
110 million
But he's
euros.
good.
Give me a fucking break.
It's honestly, I think. What did they buy him for? 40, something like that.
And he
40
played
million,
for
one-
Leon.
yeah.
Leon. Yeah.
They
Yeah.
they
The
paid
thing-
like between 40 to 50
I
million
don't get
for
the
Who
him.
did he
price,
play for before that? Was it who did he play for before that?
Milan.
I don't know.
In
That's
AC,
who it was. That's
AC,
who it was. It was
AC
Milan.
Milan. AC
Yeah,
Milan.
that's who it was. Yeah.
I just
Right.
listen. Good luck, man. I would go to City all the time as well. But hey, what I will.
Yeah,
won't
he's
doubt is
just
that-
never gonna be. He's never gonna be Kevin De Bruyne.
No.
But-
I think it's weird. I think he's the Gundogan replacement.
Hmm.
I
Yeah,
think
I mean,
he's
I
that,
think he's good.
but I don't know how good he'll be.
Well, now
Well,
he's going to be
what-
the De
what-
Bruyne
what-
replacement.
I
But
will
let's speak on this Chalobah thing because I agree with you that people think he's a good player. Me, I don't. But I'm in the minority on this, dude. Most people think he's good. So 25 mil, that is not a Chelsea quote. It's not.
Yeah.
No, I agree. I totally agree. We sold. You can get like it's. I think Sindra said it. They were asking for 50 million for Gurhi. I don't think Gurhi's that much better than Chalobah. Not half.
I mean,
He's not
Harry Maguire
40%
went
better
30
player.
million.
Huh?
Harry Maguire's gone for like 35 million. If Harry
Right.
Maguire,
You gotta be kidding me. And not only that, he's like embarrassed himself, Harry Maguire.
Yeah.
This is an enfant terrible. This is someone that can't get a job.
Yeah, like you could ask the panel one thing. I know this is a bit off topic, but I'm just want to hear your guys' opinion on this. Who's a better player, Harry Maguire or Fikayo Tomori?
Tomorrow. of
Fikayo
course.
Tomori.
more.
Yeah, like I had a really long conversation with someone that Maguire was a better player than Fikayo Tomori.
Maguire has
I hope
more caps for
I hope you
England.
reported them to the police. Did you report them to police for insane ramblings? I hope you're.
No, and then they brought and then brought in like how he wouldn't fit in, how he wouldn't start over Ben White because we were talking about in the England squad who like that Tomori should play over Maguire in the England squad, but then it was bring up Ben White and stuff like this guy was like
Okay, guys,
Really
I do
fucking
want to
good,
transition. I
sorry.
want to transition to
Yeah.
this one thing. I want to start with
I'll
KJ.
send you a dress.
So I want to start with KJ on this. So KJ, one of my top 5 favorite players in the world is Michael Olise. I have to tell you, if we sign him, he's an instant starter for me. And if Nkunku comes back, then he just goes and plays right wing. I love this player. I think this is a highly intelligent, advanced player for his age. And there's a reason why even Man City was going after him. Now, I'm not going to pull the nipping thing where it's like, oh, if some other big team wants him, I want him. No, but there's a reason why Pep wants him. But it looks as though Olise is actually going to sign for Chelsea. So I want to ask you, first and foremost, is this a good signing? Besides the obvious answer, which is yes.
Do you really want me to answer that question?
Well, I mean, give me your opinion. You may disagree with me like you always do, dickhead.
I think Olise is class, man.
Yeah!
I think he's class, and I think, you know what, getting him at a relegation clause is such a great way to kind of capitalize on FAP. If at all it affects us, I don't think it does. But yeah, that's a class signing, man. I think for his age and the price that we can get him at, that's an absolute bargain. And sorry, just to pivot back to what you said about Chalobah, 25 million is definitely a Chelsea price. When you look at the outgoings we've had, I mean, we sold Koulibaly for like 23 million. So I mean, it doesn't surprise me.
Matters.
But But going back to Olise, I think it's a signing that makes sense. I think right now we kind of need to fill up numbers, especially because we're diluted. And if anything, he does add a bit of experience to us. He is a bit pre-improvement at the moment. So if we can add a creative midfielder like him, I would do it.
Yeah, I
So-
mean, Matt. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Jared.
Couple things real quick. Number one, just to wrap up this Chalapa thing, that 25 million is because it's coming from an Italian club. The ludicrous fees you're seeing are really in the Premier League because we can afford them. Other clubs cannot. Okay. Number two, Olise is going to be a great player for us when he does sign. I think they want to use him more as the cam role.
Yep.
Which is fine with me. That's great. I want somebody to be able to shoot out of that position anyway. And when Nkunku is fit, I think that he'll either play at the cam or on the left wing, depending on how everybody's playing. And so it all fits in pretty well. I wouldn't mind bringing in Kudus as well. Just hell, if we're making people sad, let's make everybody sad.
Yeah, Jared, I will have to push back on that one particular thing because I think Olise is much more polished than Kudus.
Kudus has got that little extra in him, though. He got that.
I understand, but
He
at the same time,
does have that little extra wiggle in him.
But if you look at the way the Mauricio Pochettino wants us to play, a lot of it has to do with precision, and not
Right.
a lot of it has to do with bowling. Like you have to be able to combine, which is one of the reasons why I wanted Angelo Gabriel to stay, because he obviously combines exceptionally well. But that's, I mean, like combination, precision, first touch, second touch, being able to pass one touch is such a part of his plan because this is the way that we want to attack. Matt Ball, where the fuck are you?
I'm here.
Okay, bring your camera back. Talk to me about Olise, man.
Yeah, I mean, I do like the player, not as much as you do. But I partially think you just like him because of his hair.
No. He's got exceptional hair, but I
cannot-
take that as
But not,
extra.
if I had £1 for every time you complimented Elise's hair, I wouldn't need to do a job with him.
Matt, if you had his hair, you would love it too.
I mean, his hair is all right. It's not out of this
All
world
right.
to mention
All
it.
right.
every time.
Okay, so in next season, he will be part of the first team all hair team. He'll be first team all hair.
Anyway,
He's
He's
no
a-
David Luiz.
Oh, he burns Evan Luis to the ground, bro. No, but look,
But-
I think that right now we have a need. Okay, ACM, of course. I don't want it to be Kudus because I don't think he's as good as Olise, but I think that this is the type of player that Pochettino's talking about, and eventually, within 2 to 3 weeks, when he's back healthy, he will be able to insert in there. Nobody wanted Nkunku to be injured. This sucks. This was not part of our plans. It really throws a wrench into it, obviously, but bringing him in is a perfect foil for an otherwise vacant position.
I mean, if you get Kudus and Olise, you don't need an extra
I
striker.
don't think it's happening, bro.
I mean, you never know.
I think I'm
But
going to get.
I'm just agreeing with your point. I think if you do get Kudus, you don't need someone in the striker position or an extra striker.
I think we're going to go with Eli Wahi.
Yeah, I mean, I
Yeah,
think that's the plan. I think that's the plan.
So
Is that we're not going to get him on a loan to Strasbourg? I think he's going to stay.
Yeah, I think that's the plan. We've heard rumblings of it. It's not. I don't think it's as priority at this point. It's Caicedo and Lavia. And look, this is our sixes in this team, or the double pivot partners.
The crucial.
You got Enzo, you got Caicedo, Lavia, and Andre. Wait,
Jared, let me ask you this question: is there a better 4 players for 2 positions in the entire league?
No.
I don't think that there are, because Calvin Phillips
No.
can't lick the boots of 3 of those players. Like, give me a break, bro. We're gonna playing a 4-2-3-1, not a 4-3-3, but we might. It depends. I don't know.
Yeah.
It depends with Sunday, but I gotta be honest with you, man. Like, yeah, that 4 for 2 positions. That is some fucking elite shit. Something I didn't expect.
Can you also
Yeah,
add something?
Carlito, Sindre wants to finger you.
Yeah, no, just doing a school thing with putting my hand
No,
up.
no, go ahead, brother.
Now, I just also want to add that, like, those 4 players are also all under the age of 23.
Yeah.
That's
Weird.
Wonder Kids.
that's also the mental
AJs.
the mental part of it. That you can talk about the experience, but for stuff, experience is something you can get. And the third thing is, like, that they have so much potential to develop and to learn from each other and to push each other to become the best, and they can do that for 10 plus years.
Yeah, I mean, Andrew, I want to ask you this question because there's coaches and then there's managers. When I look at like a manager, I look at someone like who's that English manager that managed Russia?
I don't know.
No, sorry. He was an Italian manager that managed Russia.
Capello.
Capello. Yeah, you got guys like Capello. You got guys like Trapattino. You got guys like maybe even Luis Enrique, right? But then you have guys like Mauricio Sarri, you guys like Mauricio Pochettino, and even guys like Jose Mourinho, who are not managers, they're coaches, because there's a difference. A coach is someone that's also a manager, but is willing to make players better. Whereas, a manager, he's a hired gun, right? He comes in, he says, I want this amount. Antonio Conte is like a perfect example of a hired gun manager. Antonio Conte is not a coach. Antonio Conte is a manager. And, as much as I dislike him, he's had a great career. But a coach comes in and says, I am going to work with these players and also make them better.
Yeah.
Right? I am willing to make them better, as opposed to having my assistants just run the training sessions and I'm just going to fuck off and do whatever I want. And then I'll just pick the lineup because that's what my job is. Like Pochettino, Jose Mourinho, Mauricio Sarri, by the way, who did a fabulous job at Lazio last year because he's an amazing coach, not just a manager, amazing coach. I feel like Pochettino is the same thing, man. It's the same thing. I feel like he's going to come in with all these wonder kids that KJ keeps espousing about, and I think he's going to do a great job. I think he's going to make these players better because he doesn't look at it as I'm just going to pick the first 11. He says, I'm going to make everybody better. And I don't know. I look at guys like Santos. I look at guys like Madueke. I look at all these guys and I say, damn, this is not just a paycheck. I think this is going to be a new lifestyle for him.
Yeah.
The issue is the big issue is, which is it's not even an issue actually. It's an upgrade from the coaches of last season, apart from Bruno Salvatore, who was we'll say that, but and also I think he doesn't take BS. Whereas like Graham Potter gave more of a youth camp guidance camp counselor vibe. I think this guy's going to hold them accountable, but give them a chance to prove themselves, which is what you should do. And there's more of a chance of them with Pochettino, if they don't make it, it's more on the players than the coach, I think, because Pochettino's a proven coach, right? His career, he made Son, he made Harry Kane, he made Spurs the most dangerous Spurs in Premier League history, and they haven't been back since. He made them. I know he didn't win, but it's a Spurs thing. They don't win anything. It's just a thing they just don't do.
Yeah, but Andrew, how good were they? How good were they, man?
They were fantastic. I mean, they had it set up. I mean, they were brilliant. Without Pochettino, they wouldn't have. He had his influence on them. The issue with Spurs and Pochettino, they didn't back him at the right time. That was the problem. Remember, they went one season without signing anyone because of the stadium. But going back to your original point, there's more of a chance of the younger players making it because they've got an actual coach here instead of like what the monstrosities we had last season and the situation. So he's a great coach.
Yeah, but the best part about it is that he's also a great player. He was also a great player.
Very underrated player. as well.
Yeah.
Very underrated.
To that point,
Great hair. He had great hair as well, Carlito. If you remember, he had great.
He's
hair.
still. Hey, by the way, he still has
Still
great
does.
hair,
Still
motherfucker.
does.
to that
He
point,
still has great hair.
hey,
He
to that
still has
point,
great hair.
reportedly, that was actually one of the decisions that Moises Caicedo made, was to work with Pochettino over Jurgen Klopp because he's a fellow South American, as reported.
Right.
It is in our private our chat on Twitter.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah.
I can see that. I can see that. While Liverpool have a lot of South American players as well, Chelsea do as well, but they also have the coach who's South American as well. So they understand the background. The coach will understand the background of someone like Caicedo, because these guys don't grow up in rich villas. You know what I mean? It's hard. It's hard for these guys. That's why it's like, you know, I don't. They will. But I love South American players when they come to Premier League because they don't toss. That like jobs on the line every week normally. You know what I mean? That their literal bread for their families on the line.
Yeah, no, Andrew. Let me be very clear. It's not just that. It's that it's not a chore for them to play football. They actually fucking just love it. It's something that they do is fun. They just love it. Yeah. Because guess what? It is fun. It is fun.
Yeah.
I'll be very clear. It's fucking fun.
I will give Neymar the exception to this because he's too busy going to do his sister's birthday every 5 minutes.
Fucking worst. The worst.
You got to stop bringing that up, man.
On a side note, I find it hysterical that some Chelsea fans are obsessed with players' injury records when we're linked to them, but they wanted Neymar in. Like,
what Chelsea fans are you talking about?
No, but just general. But I'm just saying his injury record at PSG is horrendous. It's horrendous.
It starts right around March, and then it trickles down
injuries
a little bit towards May, and then yet, oh my God, he still gets paid $1 million a week.
By the way, I would love to see how Barcelona finessed this.
They're not going to. They can't. Hey, Andrew, they can't because Andrew, there's a reason why, and the reason is simple. Barcelona has to present their wages to La Liga for permission.
Right.
They don't get to just sign players. They need permission.
Yeah.
Honestly, no more levers. No more levers, bro.
No more levers, bro. All right, so last one I want to talk about, Kepa to Bayern Munich. Andrew, are your prayers are they what do you think, man? Your prayers. You've been praying for a long time. Are they answered?
So let me just caveat this. I'll believe.
So now he's on camera. Okay, so he's serious about this one. This motherfucker is serious about this one. By the way, before you continue, I want to announce that. No, Andrew, before you continue, for the 73 people watching, for the 100 people that were watching before, thank you so much. We fucking love you. Obviously, today is a huge day. Caicedo, Lavia, Liverpool drama, Klopp being the douchebag that he is. The whole deal. I want you guys to do one thing for me. One thing. And look, I'm not being disingenuous. I'm not thirsting. I'm asking you guys to come back again. Everybody that's listening now, watching now, participating, I want you to come back again. I'm not asking you to like or subscribe. Notifications on. I don't give a fuck about any of that shit. I want you to come back again because we actually do this good of a show all the time. And that's a promise because any show that I'm involved with, that Andrew's involved with, that Matt's involved with, that Jared's involved with, that KJ's involved with, that Cintra's involved with, we do a good show. I promise you. So come back next time. We will do the same fucking show, if not better, because news like this comes around every once in a while. But shows like this, they're everlasting. I promise you. Go back to what you were saying, Andrew.
Before Andrew goes, I actually have an emergency.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And it's 105 outside right now, and my rental property's got an AC issue. So, I have to go fix that.
Hey, any last words?
In the immortal words of Clint Eastwood in Unforgiven, if anybody shoots at me, I'm not only going to kill you, I'm going to go to your house and kill your family and burn your house down.
Okay.
Okay.
So if you mess with Chelsea, that's what happens to you.
Oh, you have been warned.
Well,
Peace.
this guy just said, "Keep it cool, Jesters." And you did the antithesis of that. Thank you,
Later.
Andrew. What do you got,
That is
buddy?
just the man. So let me.
Good Lord, what are you
Whoa.
watching? Endgame on repeat. What's going on here, Andrew?
Good. I will say that. Let me caveat those two things. I'll believe it when I see it. First of all.
For what? For
given
what?
if the deal goes through, I'll believe it when I see it for this because I think they want to do like a loan with an option to buy, and I think I was reading
for KEPA,
that.
yeah, for KEPA, yeah.
I was first of all, if you're going to do that, that's fine, but you have to make sure that they pay all of his wages next season. That would be for me. And second of all, I was reading that the fee still has to be discussed. Right? Second of all, I do find it funny that the guy who wants him at Bayern is the same guy who benched him for 18 months.
So can I throw something back at you when I say that Bayern Munich actually has one of the highest wage bills in Europe?
They have.
Right? Yeah, they do. Yeah. Do you know what? Not. You know why? No, they don't say that a lot. It's because they don't really spend a lot. If you understand. What I'm saying.
It's not about transfer fees for them. It's about how much they pay their players.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. So they don't say it. They don't focus on the wage bill because it's never a Harry Kane, of course. Large transfer fees. It's not because they use the Bundesliga as their youth system. The rest of the Bundesliga, and they somehow are allowed to do it. It's never because wasn't Mane on 350, right? He was on 400.
Mane was on 400 plus.
Yeah.
And you'd be surprised that there are a lot of players at Bayern Munich on 400.
So here's the thing with the KEPA thing, right? So you brought Sanchez in, no problem. And now if you loan KEPA out, which is fine to do, you're gonna have to bring another goalkeeper in. Then have to think about you've already loaned out Slonina and what do you want to do with his progress going forward, right? So what backup keeper do you choose? Do you choose a very experienced one? Or do you go another we're linked to the Valencia goalkeeper, Mashvili or whatever his name is, right? So what do you do? Because and also Kepa's coming back. If you don't agree and if he doesn't do well and they don't take up the option to buy, you then got Kepa back for a year. What do you do then? Do you take a second goalkeeper? Do you use goalkeeper on loan? Because you're not sure whether Kepa's going to be out next year. That's the whole thing. But in terms of Kepa going, I prefer it. I prefer Kepa to go because I think Sanchez should be number one. We've got his goalkeeping coach as well.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And we signed him for 7 years. And he's younger than Kepa.
None of that is coincidental, Andrew.
No. And he's younger. You know, people don't realize he's younger than Kepa. He's only 25, Sanchez. Mm-hmm. He's only 25, right? He's taller than him as well by a good amount.
A lot. Hey, Sindra, 6'5", right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
6'6".
he's 198.
6'6", right?
Whew.
Yeah, I think it's the same. Almost, I think it's the same, around the same height as Edouard Mendy.
Also with Sanchez, there's this thing about he was Brighton's third choice goalkeeper. That wasn't due to form, bro. That was due to falling out of De Zerbi and then De Zerbi falling on, falling on his ass.
Sanchez averaged 30. Sanchez averaged 30 games per season for the last 3 seasons. And now I'm not talking about in all competitions. I'm talking about in the Premier League.
But listen, and this whole thing that some Chelsea fans were going like, they're near enough to the same level. No, they're not. He's not the greatest, but he's better than Kepa. He's in all round.
But have you ever considered that a goalkeeper? Now, I believe that a goalkeeper peaks at like 33. I think that you're at your true best when you're about 33. Sanchez is 25, man. Like, I'm not worried about this.
25. I'm not worried about that either. And then if Slonina progresses, because if we send him out on a couple more loans, I want the loans to be a league progression in the country. So he starts with Belgium, then he goes to a higher league, and then a higher league after that, and then you make a decision after 3 or 4 years or something like that if he balls out.
Yeah, I mean,
whether he's going to start for you or not.
Andrew, you could tell that Slonina's only issue, it's not ball stopping. He was nervous first game. he was
that's understandable.
No, and look, and I feel for him because he's an Americano, but so I got to introduce last jabroni here. the guy that hates Romelu Lukaku even more than I do. Srinath, how you doing, buddy?
Doing great. Having less sleep these days. Especially the
Yeah,
last
that's
24
because
hours.
you're a tweeting machine. Let me get I only need 45 seconds on the last 24 hours. What do you got?
Man, it's been crazy. Chelsea going out of Caicedo deal just to come back because Liverpool was waffling with them, saying that we have got a better deal. And when Stanley doing the hangover thing, calling Iqbali and Todd and saying, hey, I might have messed up the deal. And then the big guns come gung-ho, and saying that, okay, it's time for the big boys to speak. You guys get out. And that's how I see right now every drama unfolding. Like, go for Lavia, go for Caicedo, go for anyone who Liverpool or Brighton has ever bid for. This is like strong arming. This is like pure Godfather, which I've seen.
Well, I mean, underrated one is the third one, even though obviously the first two are better. Number one being the second best. Number two being the best. Matt, I need you back on because I have to ask you this one question.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, fuck, I forgot it.
What can you forget?
No.
No, does he?
He's
I
choking.
forgot. Oh no, I blew it.
Well,
this
until
related
you
to
get back
KEPA,
on Matt,
or
can
is
I
it
ask Matt
related-
something? Matt,
Go
how
on.
frustrated were you? Because yesterday night I saw all those, response of yours in the DMs. I was like,
Yo, Matt was
Matt
body
is-
popping, man. He couldn't believe what was going on.
Honestly, I said to my girlfriend, "It's like if I just suddenly stop breathing, just take me to hospital. I've definitely had a heart attack because stress levels were just through the roof."
It's amazing this in the last 48 hours how much two clubs have done a 360 twice in terms of their emotions when it comes to transfers. Like Thursday night, we were literally going to buy 3 defensive midfielders in Caicedo.
Oh, I
and
got it.
Lavia and Tyler Adams.
I found it. Matt, King Louis,
Oh,
Six-
fuck's sake.
6.5 year deal. Okay, King Louis.
Yes.
Is this part of the Olise deal?
I think they reported tonight that actually the loan, it was part of the discussions.
But do you
Okay.
think that this?
To get him on
See,
loan.
because I'm looking at all these deals and I'm saying these are all beneficial to Chelsea, and everybody is saying that Chelsea ownership is so bad. But I'm looking at them and I'm saying they know that they fucked up, but they were given a raw deal, man. I mean, the government of the UK with their fat loser, sloppy owner Boris decided to commit a fatwa against our against our club and say that an illegal war was Chelsea's fault. Like it felt like that, and we were sanctioned because of that. It literally felt like the war was our fault, which is the most obscene thing I've ever seen. And I hope that he will eventually have to, as well as the parliament, have to eventually answer for that. But because of that, it has set us back 2 years. No, but here's the thing. No, hold on. Here's the thing. Is that due to all that, we have been in such shambles, which is what you guys like to call. By the way, the term is in shambles, not a shambles. It's in shambles.
This is
You
the whole
British
agenda.
You British people. But I digress. Lewis Hall is someone that's going to get a 6-year deal, right? A 6-year deal.
6+1, I read.
And we are now in a position where we have restructured everything that we were supposed to do in the first season, but it was so difficult that we fucked it up. Now I think that this is a really good idea, Matt. Don't you? Because I think that, by the way, he's going to be playing midfield.
Yeah, I mean, Crystal Palace has always been a good place for our
Good partner.
Apart from Patrick Bamford, generally, Crystal Palace has been a good place to send our loan players. Even Michy Batshuayi did all right at Crystal Palace. Michy Batshuayi doesn't do good anyway.
Yeah.
But you look at Ruben Loftus-Cheek, did really well there. Conor Gallagher did really well there. And Roy Hodgson, people like to moan about him in the England job, but he's generally not a bad manager, and will be someone that can get their arm around King Louis and teach him a thing or two, give him a kind of almost like not a role model, but almost it's that father figure to help progress them through. I think the 6-year deal, I think with Chelsea, I think that's standard now. I imagine they were looking at getting Maatsen a new deal as well. So I imagine Maatsen will probably get something similar. I think obviously of him, he's not going out on loan. So that will be done after the window. But
so you think that Maatsen's going to stay?
He may go.
But here's the other thing, Matt. The other thing I have to ask you is that do you think that he's good enough to stay? Because I don't give a fuck about the posterity shit. I don't give a fuck about nostalgia. I care about reversing course on what we did last season, which was an abomination. I am not going to abide anything even close to that smell ever again. We can't do it. We have to bounce back in a profound way. So are you sure you want to at least slightly trust Maatsen with even 15 minutes a game? I am saying absolutely not. I have no nostalgia or posterity for this player. None.
I like Maatsen, so you're talking to the wrong person. But I would send him on.
Yeah, but I'm also talking to a rational person.
I would send him on loan for the benefit of his own game. So it's up to Chelsea. I mean, I'd be happy for him to stay. I'd be happy for him to go.
I don't care about your motive. All I know is that we both agree on the end result.
I'm not necessarily saying he's not good enough.
Breaking news. Sorry to interrupt. Nathan Gissing's reporting Chelsea are closing in on a deal for Brighton's Moses Caicedo. Bid submitted for 115 million.
Well, there we go.
They were right. They were wrong.
I know, it's TikTok.
It wasn't tomorrow.
No, let Andrew speak. Andrew, go ahead.
So Nathan Gissing's putting 100 bid submitted for 115 million pounds.
So
That's
we bid the exact same amount.
No, 111.
It's
111.
4 million extra.
Okay,
Right.
Okay. So
now it's upon them now. I don't know because Carlito, Brighton are bullshitters, right? I know they're bullshitters with the deadline and stuff like that.
They're horrible.
Do they give Liverpool a chance to respond? Because because it's such. The player doesn't
doesn't
want to go there, right? He doesn't want to go there. He doesn't want to go there as well, right? So you can't give him 15 million now.
Andrew, can you give me 1 second? Andrew, can you give me 1 second? Because I am going to send this out because I don't want this stream to die for at least 20 more minutes. Okay. Sorry, I had to be shameless about this, but this has been such a good stream, and I'm so grateful for every single one of you. I fucking love every single one of you, so I just wanted to continue this party just for a little bit longer. Andrew, give us the good fucking news.
So, whatever you think about Nathan Gissing, he has got contacts at Chelsea.
No, he is very credible. And the other thing I will say, he works for DiMarzio. He is like 19 years old.
So, he has reported, as of right now, that Chelsea are closing in on a deal for Brighton's Moises Caicedo. I do apologise. I've got a guy who I work with, same spelling, but he pronounces it Moses. So, Moises Caicedo. Bid submitted for 150. That's a £4 million increase from Liverpool's reported £111 million. Now, people might go, well, what Brighton will give Liverpool a chance to go in. The difference is he doesn't want to go to Liverpool. Well, in terms of out of preference, he doesn't want to go there. He wants to go to Chelsea. And there's no deadline for these bullshitters Brighton and Hove Albion to pull anymore because there's a bloody transfer window and the deadline's in 3 weeks' time if you want to do a deadline. So that's what's reported right now. this is what I wanted, Carlito. I was on streams yesterday when the Liverpool thing did. I needed a reaction, and my club's giving me the reaction, and actually, he's giving me more than a reaction. This is it. I think the deal's going to be done. And Carlito, that thing about parading him at halftime on Sunday is still on.
Well, it's more than just on. It's an act of war.
And potentially Lavia, Carlito. Potentially Lavia.
Well,
as well.
yeah, but Andrew, it's more than that. This is about, like, people say pride and all this stuff. No, it's not about pride. It's about muster. It is about muscle. Okay? It is about saying, I am willing to go more and bet more and commit more and pledge more than you. And that is the fucking end game.
Do you know what it is?
I just want to add one thing.
No, let Andrew finish.
I just want to go. This is the difference. Well, if you think about Paul Winstanley, I think he's better at scouting for youth products than negotiating big deals. But this is the difference when you've got no fear, big, bald owners. It's the same with the Enzo deal, if you remember, Carlito. They came in at the end for the Enzo deal. That's what the difference is. These guys are billionaires. You know what they're billionaires? They're not used to the word no for once, right? In terms of business deals. They don't hear the word no. That's why they become successful. They don't take no for an answer. Then they want to do? Absolutely. But you know what? They've gone down and said, we're not going to be trumped. We're not going to be hijacked. This isn't an Agate thing.
No, it's more than that. They said they are. Andrew, they said we are not going to be. Andrew, they said we're not going to be embarrassed.
No, Carlito, and also Carlito, I told you this and others. I truly believe he was our only target this summer. The rest were opportunity deals, right?
Yeah,
I believe he was our only target this summer, and they're not going to let them. They're not going to let him go. And he's proven, and also by him, like whether he's accepted higher terms or not, but he's shown willingness to go to us. It's probably appealed to them even more to want to get this deal done as well. To show that he wants us. That's what appeals as well. That you want players to come to play for your club no matter what, whether it's financial or not. But that's the breaking news. Nathan Gissing, very connected, has reported we put in £115 million bid right now. So let's see. Let's see.
So Matt Ball, this is the player that has idolized N'Golo Kante. This is the player that we needed. American ownership. Regardless of what you think about that.
I have no problem for American ownership.
Yeah, but let me tell you something. They got it done. They said, we will not allow John Henry, Dr. Creepy, if any baseball fans know who I'm fucking talking about. Dr. Creepy is a fucking weirdo. We just smoked Liverpool. We said, no. This is our guy. No. Matt Ball, we gotta go. Come on, Matt. Come on. Let's go. We gotta go.
This is just what I'm going to do because we are chilling. We are
Carlito.
I'm currently drinking the tears of them bin dippers.
I'm drinking vodka too, man, but I'm drinking those tears.
Hey, Matt and Carlito, I wanted to add something. Sorry.
Sunath, go ahead, man. Sunath, go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to take just one moment to all those Chelsea fans who have been saying that, Marina or Roman wouldn't have let this happen. Suck it.
And to add to that, I think 100% Marina and Roman would have actually let this deal go in the end because, in my opinion, they would have let the Enzo deal go because the Benfica were saying no so much and were asking for so much money, and so now is Brighton, and they would let it go. And to be like you said with the American owners, I don't have any problem with our American owners, but I think 3 clubs in particular have problem with their American owners, mainly Man United, Liverpool, and Arsenal. Arsenal are now showing that they want to spend money, but they didn't before. So mainly Liverpool and United are the ones that are gonna have really like we're gonna see FSG out, Glaciers out, because they are not spending money. They're not rebuilding their club. Liverpool were one of the biggest teams 2-3 years ago, and yes, they've bought 2 players in the midfield and have a really good attack, but the defense is still lacking. Their midfield is still lacking, and if we sign both Caicedo and Lavia, Liverpool, I don't know who Liverpool are going to sign for that DM position. And I think then Chelsea, in my opinion, with no European football, have the chance to go above Liverpool in the table. And if you look at us in the preseason, it's still preseason, you can't take it out, but I think we scored 13 or more goals, 13 plus goals, conceded only 5 goals, and played really well. I think we were undefeated in the preseason, playing exciting football. And I would say if we play like this, if we play like we did in preseason, and we still lose games, it's still better to play the way we do now and watch the game than watch a game we lose a year ago.
Well, I look. Let me interject because I don't think anybody enjoyed the last 3 months of our season.
Dude,
I've talked to Matt. I've talked to Andrew,
last year.
I've talked to KJ, all these fucking guys. So like embarrassed, right? Nobody was trying. It was Frank Lampard coming in, and now you got Mauricio Pochettino coming in, not only a great player, but a great manager. Again, what he did with Spurs was unbelievable. Anybody that wants to shit on Spurs, go ahead. But irrespective of that club, it was him and his personality and the way that he inspired them really contributed to everything that they did. So this is an objectively great manager. But I'm looking at this now. I'm looking at the way he interacts with everybody with it. Like Reece James, like there's photos of him with Reece, hand over, arm over arm, shoulder over shoulder, just walking around chatting. Like, dude, that you have to understand when you do shit like that, anything that you say to them, they will listen. It won't go on deaf ears. It won't be ignored. Anything that you say to them, they will not only believe you, but they will do it. Because when you establish that type of relationship with the player, it's gold. It's fucking gold, man.
Yeah, and one player I particularly we can say, like you can say Pochettino made Kane, but I have one player that also is, in my opinion, stands out more than Harry Kane because of the way the drop off we've had after Pochettino was sacked. It's arguably, you can say, one of the best attacking midfielders who played in Premier League at the point, who were on like between 20 to 22. It's Dele Alli.
Dele Alli, yeah.
Yeah, he was dangerous under Pochettino. Like arguably one of the best.
No, dude, Sindra, Barcelona offered $100 million to Spurs for Dele Alli, and Spurs declined.
And that showed the quality he had. But when he left, he had I think one was because of, I think he got I know he has had an interview now said with.
It's a lot more than just that. It's a lot more than just that.
But the drop off was really big. From guy, I think he won the Young Player of the Year award in the Premier League 2 years in a row.
So
Sindra,
I want to address this one. Andrew, let me address this one thing. Nathan Gissing is exactly a nobody. Bullshit. He's a 20-year-old journalist. I fucking hate his hair. He's got TikTok hair. It's bullshit. He works for DiMarzio. Nathan Gissing works for DiMarzio. Yeah. Do you work for DiMarzio? No, you fucking don't.
Do you know
shut up to anybody. Shut up, you Joe Jackson. You don't work for DiMarzio. Nathan Gissing is someone that I may make fun of because his hair sucks. He also works for DiMarzio. He's not bullshit. He's not a nobody. He is a very credible journalist. I thank you to remember that, because when you were 20, you were probably sitting at your own parents' house, eating your parents' food, stealing your father's beer. No, this person works for DiMarzio at 20. So fuck off, Joe Johnson.
And do you know who used to work for DiMarzio? For Fabrizio Romano, the guy. So
Here
Joe
we go.
Jackson.
Yeah, just on a side note, and I just saw a tweet about it. I think Alex Goldberg just said it was like, at least now that Lukaku's not the most expensive player at Chelsea. The Chelsea
He wasn't. We already have Enzo.
No, but at least now he's not in the top 2 now. He's third.
Yeah, he's top 3. but
Poch,
like,
that's first team under Poch. Look how he also played Eriksen. Eriksen and Enzo Fernandez have similar qualities in terms of how they create. So I think fans should be excited, and I'm glad. I prefer to obviously do this business much earlier in the window to get Poch settled and give him the best start. But it looks like the Caicedo deal looks like being on the way to being done now.
Apart from now Caicedo and Nkunku, all our other transfer windows this season have all been under 50 million.
Yeah,
as well.
Yeah.
So
I mean, Andre Santos was 12 million. Let's be very clear. Andre Santos could eventually be better than all these players.
Yeah. I mean, Casadei was Casadei 15?
I mean,
16
I mean, look, Angelo Gabriel, who I know every single one of you saw. You saw some of the stuff he did. That player cost $12 million.
Yeah.
I mean, what if Angelo Gabriel becomes Riyad Mahrez? You laugh, but that's actually a similar style of play.
But remember, guys, we've also taken Monaco's 2 starting centre backs.
By the way, Disasi is going to be a starter at Chelsea, and nobody's talking about him.
But they're 35 million each.
Yeah. Dude.
70 million for two centre backs.
70 million.
And you know what? Matt Ball. Andrew, I got to talk to Matt Ball about this one player. Matt Ball.
Absolutely. Yep.
Is the best sub we have Malo Gusto?
Depends on who your starting lineup is.
Because let me tell you something, man. That dude would start for a lot of clubs. And let me tell you something else. If Kyle Walker bounced to Bayern, Pep would start Malo Gusto at City. Like, I'm just saying, this is not a sub. This player is too good to be deputizing Reece James. The only problem is that Reece James is the best at his position. The best at his position, literally. So
he might be the most important transfer.
Yeah,
Carlito might be the most important transfer.
Yeah,
because
if Reece James, he's so strong, right? So many muscles that it happens. We know this with Reece, even though when he's on, no one can touch him. But if he goes down, it's not Aspi, Andrew. It's not Aspi. It's not
Chalobah.
It's Malafucking Gusto, who is so much better than I thought he was going to be.
Yeah.
Like
that's the point, isn't it? Do you remember when we signed Gusto and Badashilo? We were told that Gusto can't defend, right? Or he's not good at defending.
Who said he couldn't defend? Was that Rory Jennings that said he couldn't defend? Who said that?
I think some French fans, they wasn't good at defending.
Sour grapes, though. That sounds like sour grapes, Andrew.
Badashile failed comps before he even played a game for us. Do you remember that? There were failed comps of Badashile.
Crazy.
It's mad. And even like Disasi, he's the French Maguire. How dare you? How dare you compare him to Maguire? Maguire can't move like Disasi has, what I've seen. And I don't really like comps.
United wanted to replace Maguire with Disasi.
Yeah, exactly.
Literally. But my point is this: like Andrew, like he's 19 years old, right? Malagos is 19, which is ridiculous because the motherfucker looks 30. But that's because of the facial hair and his hair in general, and the way also the way he plays so fast, closes down so well, but also doesn't bite. So when I watch him one-on-one, I'm always looking for footwork, not the person that has the ball, but the person defending, right? And when he bites, when he doesn't, when he feints, all that other stuff. Gusto didn't get beat one time during preseason. He shot down everybody that was going against him. That includes Mitoma, right? Who's very good for Brighton.
Sent him to the other side of the pitch.
Yeah. Yeah. Did a little switcheroo, right? So when I say that, like, overqualified, obviously, but Andrew, obviously this is a good thing, but for how much longer do you think this is a good thing?
That comes to point, right? It's the evolution of Reece James and Gusto. Gusto at some point is going to want to play more and more games, but then it becomes the point, if we then get back into rotate, he doesn't have to overplay Reece James that much, or he doesn't have to even play him that for many minutes in a match. Gusto should be, apart from the goalkeeper, Gusto should actually be the number one guy on the sub bench. The
100%.
first name on the sub bench.
100%.
He should be that. Because also,
by the way, not even just right
anyone...
back, but left back too.
Yes, left back. I was just about to say that. You can cover left back. We
of course he could. Of course he could.
Yeah, that's what I mean. There's no. I hate this thing that they have to be a certain foot on the side. That it just annoys me.
So, by the way, who said that? Who said that yesterday? Levi Colwell.
Yeah.
Okay, Levi Colwell said every center back pairing is right foot in the Premier League. Why can't it be two left-footed people?
Yeah,
this shit
weird,
is
right?
stupid.
It's a weird thing.
João Cancelo played multiple years, winning multiple trophies for Man City. A right back playing left back. Okay, why can't Malo Gusto? By the way, everybody's saying that Malo Gusto can't use his left foot. Who the fuck says he can't? Of course he can.
Who says he needs to by the time that when he gets in a position he can use his right foot? But he should be the number one. That's why I think he's the most important signing.
I agree
for
with
me.
you.
Because if Reece James does get injured, he also obviously he doesn't get injured as well, but it gives Reece James enough time to recover as well. Because we're only playing one game a week, really. So we don't have to rush. That was the problem last season before. We rushed James back when we didn't need to rush him back. We have a guy now, as much as you and I would disagree about Aspie, I love Aspie, is gone, is not suitable to play that role long term if Reece goes down. And neither is Chalobah. Chalobah's not a right back. We don't have a suitable right back. And we got this now. We got
Matt, this is why I always said
right.
This is why I always said I'm boycotting any game that Aspie's on, because I just couldn't abide it, man. And the reason being is because now we have Malo Gusto. I will never miss another Chelsea game because he's 19 years old, so he's going to be here for a decade. So
he's 20.
Oh, well, congratulations on being a proper adult, I guess.
He's the same age. He's the same age as me. Born the
Still
same
can't
year.
drink in the States. Still can't drink in.
Oh, wow! Yeah, he still can't drink in the States. Need another year.
Yeah.
KJ.
Actually, that's over half this.
I gotta ask KJ. Reece James, best player on the team, or no? Is this very important for Malo Gusto to be the deputy?
I mean, look, how I'm going to answer this is simply by phrasing this. Alex Goldberg actually tweeted a couple of days ago about potentially playing Reece James in the pivot with Enzo and then having Malo Gusto at right back, which I won't mind, if I'm being honest. If you want to accommodate both and you can have a strong Reece James in the pivot with Malo Gusto on the right, I think that's a good opportunity, especially playing against weaker teams. You can kind of see how their combination plays out. And if you want experience to meet youth, you kind of pair them together and see how they bounce off from each other. So I wouldn't be opposed to that.
Yeah, but can I retort by saying we just spent 170 million pounds on two players that are going to negate your hypothesis?
Key phrase I used: weaker teams. Not every game.
Well, no. What I'm saying is that Lavia, Caicedo, come on, man.
That's what I'm saying. If you listen,
the other thing is that if you're playing against weaker teams, if you're saying playing against weaker teams, so you want Reece James to be playing in lesser games. Really?
Are
you sure?
If you play a random,
no, that's what you just said.
No, but if you play a random League Cup game, you could have them in. You don't need to necessarily put our first, second choice players. You can kind of mix it up.
But you just said, what if we're playing in a cup game and Reece James plays D mid when we just sign Lavia and Caicedo? What are you talking about?
I'm gonna shoot off, guys.
Take care.
I'm going. Sorry, but like, share, subscribe, join.
Andrew, thank you
Hit the
so
like
much for
button.
coming on,
It's
buddy.
good content.
Take care, Andrew.
Any pleasure. Thanks for the invite. Enjoy the night, guys. We could be at the end of this saga. That's all.
Andrew,
enjoy.
can you give us one final thought?
I would do this. It was a much needed position, and forget both. It's a fantastic midfield rebuild. When it's confirmed, do not allow any Liverpool fan. If we get both, do not allow any Liverpool fan to forget their comments from the previous 24 hours, because they insulted our club. Okay,
Well,
they insulted.
Can I retort,
our club.
Andrew? Can I retort by saying
Yeah.
I'm not going to allow any Chelsea fan to forget the last 24 hours?
Oh yes,
because they also insulted our club.
No, I would do this. It's the easiest thing with Chelsea fan base is to blame Todd Bowley, even though he had nothing to do with this up until now. What I want is the criticism of Todd Bowley and Egbali. I want them to be. I want your apologies to be louder if they pull off this deal, and Olise as well. I want them to be louder because they did what you asked them to do. They backed away all summer, Carlito. They didn't do the negotiations for what they said they were going to do, and they've had to be brought in to get this deal done, like with the Enzo one. And that you should. Owners sometimes don't do that. They will just let the deal slide. They will just let it go. No, we don't want to do that. This is their target. This is their man, like with Enzo. They weren't going to let it slip. They weren't going to be bullied. Don't care who Liverpool are. Don't care. This is Chelsea. We are a big boy club, and we need to re-establish ourselves.
Andrew, it's not just a big boy club.
That's
You
what we
know
need to
American sports, man. You know American owners. They were never going to let this happen. They were
especially
never going to
Bowley.
let this slide. They
But
were
no one-
never going to
no-
let this slide.
But
Never.
Carlito, no one's done. No. Chelsea fans, football fans haven't done a proper deep dive into how Bowley acts in American sports.
They have no idea what it took to
No
make
idea.
the Dodgers the Dodgers. They have no fucking idea. Like, give me a break,
No idea.
man.
I wish he would have more control of the Lakers because they would go back. They
By
got
the way,
back-to-back
I'm with you.
championships.
He's only a minority owner with the Lakers.
Bowley's gonna
he'd be
build
so
a-
aggressive. But more importantly than that, like this video and share it and subscribe and join as a member.
Hit the
It's
bell,
great
hit the bell.
content as always. So I will see you guys later.
Take care.
See you guys.
Take care.
Thank you, Andrew. Appreciate it, buddy.
And Bowley is going to build a dynasty at this club.
Oh yeah. I mean, if you fast forwarded 2 years from now, all the young players that we just bought, they'd all be really good by now. I mean, Andre Santos would be one of the best center mids in the entire country.
Yeah, and
Come on, man.
I will probably have like three plus clubs in Bluco, more than just Strasbourg as well.
Oh, it's a very, very interesting thing where they scattershot last season. A lot of it wasn't their fault. Okay.
Yeah.
The UK government decided to blame an illegal war on a football club.
Yeah.
And Matt absolutely knows what I'm talking about because you had this fat, sloppy, bad-haired douchebag prime minister that said, yeah, I'm just going to blame the Ukraine war, an illegal war, on Chelsea Football Club. Yeah, let's do it on a cultural asset. Yeah, on one of the biggest job givers in London. Yeah, let's fuck with that. Yeah, let's blame the war on a club.
And not to mention Marina and co. just completely jumped ship and didn't allow Todd Bowley to have any help when he was coming in, which is ridiculous. And they got paid for it.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
No, not allegedly. It was very reputable journalists coming out of it.
Yeah, Carlito, you forgot one thing as well. A really big contributor in the fight against coronavirus as well. Do you see what they did with Stamford Bridge and the hotel there as well?
What's up?
You forgot to mention about what our owners did with the hotel and Stamford Bridge.
During
the coronavirus.
Yeah, I mean, like you're making a boogeyman out of someone that has been one of the most philanthropic people in the history of Premier League owners.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man.
and also from the rumors that we heard in the last years as well.
All he's doing is trying to broker truces between.
Yeah, he was poisoned. He was almost killed, for God's sake.
Yeah.
So,
But no, he's also trying to work with Zelensky and just, like
yeah,
he's the guy literally meeting with Zelensky. So no, for me, look, I don't want to be overtly political, but I'm going to be with this particular thing. This is an illegal war, and Chelsea was blamed for it. And I don't understand why something that is so crucial to the economy of London and a cultural asset of the game itself, especially when it comes to the fact that this country harbors the most important league. I don't understand why the government decided to make our club the boogeyman, but they fucking did.
Yeah.
And they set us back a long time. They set us back 2 years. It sucked because we didn't know. We thought that maybe we could buy our way out of this last season, but man, it really didn't work.
yeah.
It really didn't work. And people were just exhausted by it. Kai Havertz, Mason Mount, everybody was just exhausted by it. And you know what? I kind of get it. Even though I disparage the fact that they stunk while being paid so much, I still get it. But now there is this rebirth, this rejuvenation. Mauricio Pochettino coming in, being a former player, being someone that is so positive, but also so intense. Like, he could smile at you while also saying you're cut. And you would almost like it. And that's just
thing.
He's just a really good coach. I wish that I would have given him more respect while he was at Tottenham, but I just didn't because I couldn't, But now I see it. Like, Matt, don't you see that everyone is just kind of enamored with this guy?
Hey, sorry to interrupt. Just one tweet which came out just now. Liverpool have been trying all day to change Caicedo's mind, but now Chelsea have the opportunity to close the deal. Fabrizio Romano via YouTube.
I'm just not worried anymore. It's over. Yeah. Matt. So this guy, I'm sure that he talked with Caicedo too, right?
Yeah, 100%. I think there's a lot of people been talking to Caicedo, and don't forget we've been talking to Caicedo for months. We've established a relationship for months. That doesn't you don't just do that and then it falls apart straight away.
He's not talking about April. He's talking about January. This has been a long time coming.
I mean, and this even ties in with the Romeo Lavia thing with Joe Shields. Joe Shields has got that good a relationship with Romeo Lavia that Romeo Lavia was just like, "Yep, I'm happy to come and sit on the bench for Chelsea," even though he could probably start at Liverpool.
Yeah,
Well,
he probably would start it. He probably would start.
They have not got a DM, so unless they put Trent in there, which they then don't have a right back. So
what do you mean a right back?
They
have a right back to begin with.
They have Joe Gomez.
No, they don't have a body.
Oh my God! If they're getting, let me ask this question: are they going to put Trent against Mudryk on Sunday?
I think they will. Yeah,
I think we'll move him into midfield to protect.
I mean, look, KJ, do they have the balls to put Trent against Mudryk?
No, he'll die. He can't defend.
Oh man! I mean, are you gonna be kidding me? The fastest player in the world, and by a measure, I think he's faster than Mbappe. I think this is the fastest player in the world. Oh my God!
Yeah. Our playing is our new number 10.
Oh God!
I can't. And don't forget, also Mudryk. Like, you can talk about how people are already labeling Mudryk a flop from his.
Give me a break, man. He was out of shape.
He was out of shape, playing in a dysfunctional Chelsea team. And if you look at him in pre-season now, especially I think against Dortmund, if you look at what he did from a Reece James pass with that touch, the Neymar touch, you wouldn't do that if you didn't have confidence. This guy, I think under Pochettino has gotten his confidence back to play at his best. I think we are going to see the best of Mudryk under Pochettino this season.
See, you have to understand something, Matt. Anybody, when you're being spoken to by a former player that had prestige as a player, and now has a prestige as a manager, and he's just looking at you and saying, "I am a fan of you. I love the way that you play. And here's the ways that I think that you can be better as a player. Here's ways that I think that you can operate in a more spacious manner, where when you get the ball, you're not tied on by the guy behind your back, right? Where you're getting the ball, where the pattern play results in you getting the ball with 15 yards of space to the guy that's supposed to be marking you instead of the guy marking you right on your ass. Like that type of stuff is the type of stuff that Pochettino was talking to him about. Pochettino was talking to him about, I want to get you in space. Because last season, for the 6 months that we had him, or the 4-3, whatever it is, we didn't give him the ball enough, and we certainly didn't give him the ball enough in space. But Pochettino is going to devise patterns that get him the ball on switches immediately into space. That is going to be one of the crucial things that they focus on, is getting Mudryk into space, because when he gets into space, he kills everybody. It looks like he's in fast forward. He's so fast, it's absurd. But that's one of the things that's going to emphasize. And Pochettino knows this, man, because he's seen him play. I've seen him play. I would have done the same fucking thing. This is how coaches think. They think about, how do I devise patterns that make one of our best, most dangerous players get space and be the most dangerous. That's it. That's how they think.
And another thing I think that benefits Mudryk is Pochettino. You see, like, do any of you think Heung-min Son was a good signing when he signed for Tottenham? Like 5, 6, I think it's now 7 years ago. So I think it was 2016 he signed for them.
I didn't think anything of it.
Yeah, like, and Heung-min Son has arguably become one of the best left wingers in the league, and was really good developed under Pochettino.
Yeah, I actually think he's gone backwards since Pochettino.
Yeah, he has gone backwards. A lot of Tottenham players, apart from, I would say, arguably Harry Kane, has gone backwards since
the only
Pochettino
exception is
left.
Harry Kane. Well, the other thing I'll say is, and Ben Chilwell, I'll talk to you about this, Matt, because you're a British guy. I'm actually a huge fan of Ben Chilwell. I love that he's vice captain, and I love how much he talks about Misha Mudryk. So, Ben's going to be his partner.
Yeah,
and I think that matters a hell of a lot. I just think that they're going to explode. I love that Ben has been designated as the vice captain. I know that he wanted to be a leader. I also think that he knows he was never going to be the actual captain, but a lot of people that shit on him, you guys are just simply wrong. 79 people, 81 people listening now. Ben Chilwell is one of the best left backs in the world. Just because he gets injured, that doesn't mean that when he's on, he's not one of the best, if not the best. And I think that the way that we're going to play him and Reece, if they're healthy, they're going to explode. They're going to be the left and right people for not just Chelsea, but England. And I really expect that to continue because, again, when they're on, they're the best.
Yeah, I mean, I love Chilwell, and I find it strange the amount of hate he gets from some people.
Take care, KJ. Any thoughts? Last thoughts, buddy?
It's going to be a good season, man. I think we're going to do better than what people expect. I think the players that we plan right now are going to get the job done. I think I'm not going to say Chelsea are back, but I think we're in a position to challenge, which is something I haven't found in a long time. I think a lot of the people in the panel feel this way. And you know what? If I had to give a score prediction, I'm just going to say right now Chelsea are going to win 2-0.
So let me ask this last question. Levi Colwill, do you think he'll keep his starting position?
Nope.
Yeah, neither do I. I think that Benoit Badiashile is going to strip it from immediately.
Yep, 100%. Badiashile's amazing. Have you guys seen him play?
Badiashile is fucking amazing.
Yeah, he's a monster.
So solid.
He is fucking awesome.
Anyway, peeps.
See ya.
People were questioning Chelsea when we signed Ben Chilwell for 50 million from Leicester. As you're overpaying. And Chilwell is really good. He's really vital to the team. And for someone who I think I guess Juventus ruptured his ACL, didn't he? First of all, he came back from that injury in 6 months, and he's also really vital to say. Broja has said Chilwell helped him off because Chilwell had a similar injury, I think Chilwell is also helping Fofana with it because Chilwell knows what they're going through, so he's helping them with talking to them and stuff like that when they're injured.
Yeah,
And that shows leadership qualities that you know what they're going through and you're helping them get back and talking to them about how it is.
Sindra, the other thing is that, Ben Chilwell was offered by Pep Guardiola to come to Man City at the end of last season.
Yeah.
Guardiola called him. And Ben Chilwell said, I'm accepting a new long-term offer from Chelsea. And his other words were, I'm not going to leave when things are down. I'm going to make sure they come back up. This is someone of true character.
Yeah.
Like, it's not just that I think he's a good player.
Mm-hmm.
It's that I think he's actually someone of true character. Same with Reece. Reece been a long time coming, a player that's never been shy about how much he loves Chelsea. And now this is his dream come true. For me, my favorite player on Chelsea, the player that I consider to be the best player on Chelsea, Reece James, the best player at his position in Europe, him being the captain, is fucking beautiful. I sympathize so much with his journey, and although I could never imagine what it would be like, I understand how much he wanted it because I was a captain. Right?
Yeah.
I was a captain my senior year, my college team, NCAA football, all that stuff. Right? I was a captain. I wanted it. And now I can understand why he wanted it, but he obviously earned it a lot more than I do. He deserves it a lot more than I do. But this is not just one of the best players on the team. This is one of the best players in football. And he has decided to not do what everyone else has done, which is jump ship. No, him and Ben Chilwell said, I'm going to stay, I'm going to rebuild it, and I'm going to make goddamn sure that this team is back to where it should be, which is winning trophies. I fucking love this player. You have no idea how much I fucking love this player. Because it's not just about his game, it's about his attitude, man. Attitude matters.
Yeah. And I'm happy for him, happy for Reece James as well, because I thought this year arguably Thiago Silva would get the captaincy because of the experience.
No, I think Thiago Silva relented. I think he allowed this to happen.
Yeah. When say it like that, I think as well. But I think I thought that way because to give have Thiago Silva as the captain and have Reece James as the vice captain to give him some say a little bit of time to embed and get some experience as the captain, and then give him the captaincy armband next season.
Sindra, let me interrupt you, Matt. I don't think you agree with that, right?
No, not really.
Yeah, I think it's Reece's time, right?
Yeah.
I think now Reece has got it. He's not gonna, unless
he leaves.
The unthinkable happens and he leaves.
I don't think that's ever gonna happen.
I think even if he does leave, you have to rip it off his arm to get it back.
Rip his arm off.
Yeah, we'll at least have Reece James's arm left as captain.
Yeah.
Look, we're going to go for 5 more minutes because we've actually had a lot more people last longer than we thought we were going to. This has been obviously the best Friday night stream we've ever had. Thank you to everybody tuning in. Obviously, I don't express it enough. Sometimes I'm such an asshole to the listeners, but let me tell you something, man. I actually do care. I actually do care about the stream. I care about the barbecue. I care about WorldWideChels. I care about Matt Ball. Matt Ball is not just one of my coworkers. He's turned into one of my really good friends. I fucking love Matt Ball, man. Matt Ball's my guy. And I'm very grateful for the last 24 hours. A lot of it because a lot of Chelsea fans showing their true colors.
Yeah.
They turned on the team.
Mm-hmm.
They turned on the club. They said, fuck this club. Fuck Bowley. Fuck Bowley.
Mm-hmm.
Paul Winstanley, the club let them down. Let them down. Let you down? You sure about that? You sure you don't want to delete a couple tweets?
Oh, I've deleted a couple of tweets already.
Huh? Matt Ball? You sure you don't want to delete a couple tweets? I'm not picking on you, Matt Ball, but I'm picking on everybody else. Y'all sure about that shit you said last night? Y'all sure about that?
I'm actually going to go back to see what I said.
Matt Ball, you might want to go back a day. I'm not talking about 6 hours. I'm talking about 24 hours.
Hey, Carlito, quotes, one of my favorite quotes ever. It's not over until I win. Like, you can't say that, oh yeah, Liverpool bid
No, it's
100.
not. Cinder, it's not even about that. It's that Chelsea was allowed to rebuttal. And every Chelsea fan was like, oh, we fucking lost this shit. It's like they didn't even read the fine print.
Mm-hmm.
Chelsea was allowed to rebuttal. And guess what? We did in kind.
Yeah.
You fucking idiots.
Mm-hmm.
Shitting on Chelsea.
Could I please address this comment right here?
Sure. What's the comment?
Like with or without Caicedo, Liverpool will outplay and outscore and punish Chelsea on Sunday in front of their fans at Stamford Bridge.
Okay.
Like fair enough that you believe that, but to actually believe that, you are, I would say, a little bit deluded, because one, you don't really you don't have a DM, and if you're gonna play that 3-2-4 formation that Guardiola invented last year, or with playing Trent as a DM and with 3 centre backs, then you're exposed out on the wing, which is arguably Chelsea's most dangerous area at the moment, and which will give our fullbacks a lot of room to play in. Like, you can believe that, but your squad is arguably, in my opinion, arguably weaker than Chelsea's now. Yes, you bought Szoboszlai from Leipzig for 70 million. We never know how he will perform in a Klopp system and in the midfield as a centre mid. He plays more of a cam in Leipzig squad.
Let me interrupt you. Liverpool have been trying all day to change Moses Caicedo's mind, but now it's over. Chelsea has the opportunity to close the deal for Fabrizio Romano. Look, I'll explain to you why this happened. It's very simple. Moises Caicedo's favorite player was N'Golo Kante. It's that simple. And I'm not a fan of N'Golo Kante. I never was. But I saw what he did for Chelsea. I saw what he did under the 2016-17 season. He made Fabregas look like a great defender. Pretty wild, right? Fabregas, one of the slowest players in the history of the Premier League, but also one of the best passers I've ever seen. But N'Golo Kante really did that shit. He was the heart of a 3-4-3. Totally revolutionized football. Because after that season, everybody tried the 3-4-3. That was Kante. Again, I'm still not a fan. I don't think he was a great footballer. He was certainly a great ball winner. But Caicedo is 5 inches taller than N'Golo Kante, faster than N'Golo Kante, and a better passer than N'Golo Kante. And yet still, N'Golo Kante was his hero. So, of course, he wants to follow in those footsteps. Even though France and Ecuador have nothing to do with each other, nevertheless, that was his hero. So, welcome to Chelsea, Moises Caicedo. No pressure, right?
Yeah,
No
and
pressure.
hopefully Romeo Lavia as well. just
no pressure.
Just to rub the salt into the wounds of Liverpool fans already.
Matt Ball, closing thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, this club has absolutely destroyed us and made us happy all in 24 hours.
Love it.
Destroyed who? Destroyed who, Matt?
Well, the fans that were very fickle and very emotional, like me. But it feels like Liverpool, Chelsea, and Brighton have been playing a huge game of Uno. Liverpool thought they put the Missigo down, but realised it was the wrong card, and Chelsea just put the reverse card down and said, "Bitch, you're going home." We've called Uno now. We're about to put the last card down. We're just waiting for our turn.
Srinath?
I don't know where to begin. Whether it was like 100 million for Caicedo, which was excess, I was bitching about that. Just to say that, club, you just back it up. It's not worth it. And then 115 million right now is still like a huge amount. But just to shut the Liverpool and Brighton
Yeah,
up,
no, it's not just Liverpool. It's Klopp.
yeah,
It's Klopp.
just to shut them up.
Because sure enough, I'm telling you and Matt right now, I no longer care about the fee. I want to see him apologize.
Oh, I want to see Klopp retire. I just wish
that would be great.
Yeah, so that was the whole thing. And I still remember some of my tweets where I expressed my annoyance that they didn't walk off 3 months ago. That was my only annoyance. Like, why do you want to drag 3 months? But once they pissed me off, I was like, we are going in for not only your first place and for your second, and for anyone whom you think you're going to go for, we're going to go for them. We're going to strong arm you.
Hey,
This
Matt,
is
what's that?
Godfather.
Matt, what's that movie? I'm not coming for this. I'm coming for everything. Oh, I know what it is. It's The Social Network.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm coming
Decent.
for everything.
Yeah.
Andrew Garfield.
Andrew Garfield.
Yes,
Liverpool.
indeed.
Liverpool. I'm not coming for your second target. I'm coming for everything. You and your fuck you flip-flops.
We're doing to Liverpool what we did to Brighton.
You better lawyer up, Klopp. I feel like Andrew Garfield right now because, my God, I want to come for this arrogant dickhead. He said Caicedo was done in his press conference against the team he's about to play that just stole the player he promised to his club. How is that even possible? But yet he still did it.
He got some balls to do that.
Well, guess what, my man? I'm wearing some fuck you flip-flops right now. And I'm coming for everything,
Okay.
you piece of shit.
Hey, can I order some?
I'm not even going to lie. 52 people watching right now. There will be fuck you flip-flops on the website by Monday.
Just put Klopp's face in it as well.
No. It's going to say, Klopp, fuck you. Fuck you flip-flops. Matt, Srinath, you have to hold me to this. I'm going to make sure that we have flip-flops by Monday.
I will keep you. I'll keep you on your toes.
Matt, final thoughts, and then we got to go.
Final thoughts. Chelsea are king. Liverpool can go fuck themselves. They can enjoy not having a right back, not having a defensive midfielder, having a terrible back line. And I can't wait for Caicedo just to walk up to them Liverpool fans and give them that middle finger. He's gonna impress the Mount then.
walk on the pitch, clapping the fans for and stuff like that.
Sharaf, you mentioned the whole Romeo Lavia and Romelu Lukaku conspiracy theory of they're both given ROM and in the L. The difference is one was born in Brussels and Lukaku was born in fucking Antwerp. And if you know about Antwerp people, they're fucking idiots. So that is the difference between the two.
And he is an idiot.
Like, got it. If I was to describe Antwerp people, showing Lukaku is a perfect example. Imagine a city full of Lukakus.
All right, Sindra. Final thoughts.
Nah, it's good. Gonna be an exciting game on Sunday.
Good barbecue, by the way, huh?
Yeah, it was really fun to be on. Like, really enjoyed listening to the beginning of the barbecue as well. The barbecue is always fun, fun stream. I like to be on here. Unfortunately, sometimes it's a little late for me, but I start a little bit late for me. But when it started around 10 p.m. UK time, it's good for me. So it's fun to be on. It's always good, it's always good conversations, and it's always good energy and fun. Don't forget that I think we're gonna do a watch along on Sunday for the game as well.
Matt and Sadiq are, yes.
I think
potentially might not be, but
yeah, I've nominated myself to join.
Well, then it has to be Sindra.
Well, it can
by the way,
Oh.
Sadiq spoke for you. I did not speak for you.
Guys, sorry. Just check your DMs.
No, what's the word?
Chelsea and Brighton tonight are working out the payment structure for Caicedo transfer. It's happening. Caicedo
All right,
has
here we
messaged
go.
Chelsea players. I'll see you soon.
All right,
They
that's it.
want to
There it
parade
is.
in
There
Stamford
it is.
Bridge
There it
Sunday.
is. All right, Matt Ball, you were so. I was about to say goodbye. Matt Ball, we got our guy.
We got it. We got it.
We got our guy. Hey, Matt. No. Guys. Hey. Look, Srinath. Fucking. Give me a second with Matt. Matt. Look, we've had a lot of conversations. You have been fucking infuriating. But I swear to God, man. We finally got our guy. After last night, after yesterday. Hey. Fuck your English cynicism, man. Fuck your cynicism. We got our guy. We got him. It's about fucking time, man. By the way, 2 p.m. Sunday, you, me, Jared, we're going to do that fucking podcast. But we have our guy.
Ladies and gentlemen,
it's about goddamn time, Matt. We wanted this for a very long time. Hey. It's in.
We got him. We've got him, and then we've got the backup act.
I can't believe we just also stole the backup. Like a thief in the night. Unbelievable. Oh. Here we go.
And you know the best part,
can't wait for the Here It Goes tweets.
The best part from the Secret Scout was Chelsea want to parade Caicedo against Lavia. Against Liverpool.
No, I think they want to parade both.
Guess
what? The game's not tomorrow. It's Sunday.
Yeah.
Matt, we finally fucking got him, dude. This is the player. This is the position. This is the position we needed. This is the one. And we didn't just get one, Matt. We got two. You and I have been talking about this for 3 fucking years. This is the position. But now we have 2 of them. No, it's not just one. It's 2 of them, Matt. It's 2 of them.
We've been waiting 7 years.
Now we have 2 of them. 2, Matt. 2.
Matic, you can finally rest in peace.
6 years.
I don't need a grade. You can finally rest in
Lavia. Lavia. It's time, baby. It's fucking time.
Yes.
Maddie, we got it. We fucking got it. Hey, by the way, Liverpool, go fuck yourself.
I agree on that. They try to say we are a small club without no history.
Hey, I would like to thank Liverpool for pissing us off so that we'd go on a limb and sign Caicedo.
And Lavia.
Matt, I've got 2 cigarettes lined up right next to my phone. I'm gonna go smoke absolutely both of them. Because I'm not even a Johnny Minerals type. I swear to God, man. We wanted this for Matt. We wanted this for so long.
Hallelujah.
Fuck. I mean, I've had some of the best sex of all time. This is flirting with it, baby. Oh my God. Woo! Woo!
Oh my God.
Matt, we got it. We got him.
Just to think, I remember going through the pain of Tchouaméni, the pain of not getting Frankie de Jong, the pain of not getting so many good DMs. But I think we've got the one.
Well, the other thing is that we have a manager that wants to make him better and is going to speak to him every day. That's really important.
Is it Klopp?
Okay. I think we've got everybody's final thoughts.
Yeah.
This has been probably the best barbecue we've ever had. Certainly the most
eventful.
Best numbers on a Friday night we've ever had. Obviously, I appreciate everybody that's come on. I don't say it enough. I'm kind of a dick about these things, but when you visit us again. This show has been obviously hilarious. It's been great. Jared, me, Matt, all these guys. Join us again. Join us again tomorrow. Join us again on Sunday. Join us again on Monday. It's not just a one-time thing with us. We're actually like this all the time.
Yeah.
I promise you, we're like this all the time. We're this funny all the time. Matt Ball has that curly of a hair all the fucking time. It's not his choice. He just has curly hair. It is what it is. But Chelsea is also this fucking interesting, dramatic, unique, and wild all the time. And that is why we love this team. That is why we love the stream. Ladies and gentlemen of WorldWideChels, good night.